Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Symbiotic. Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to find your perfect sensitivity in Fortnite. Guys, this video does apply for everybody that plays on controller and keyboard and mouse, so make sure to not skip ahead and watch the full video, because I would hate for you guys to miss out on any important information. So yeah, just don't skip ahead and just watch every single minute. And trust me, I can guarantee you that your sensitivity will become more comfortable and better for you if you watch the whole video. Anyway guys, I make Fortnite tips and tricks videos to help you guys improve in the competitive scene of Fortnite. So if you guys find this video helpful in any way possible, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Make sure to also turn on post notifications. But yeah, it really helps me out, and yeah. Anyway guys, with that said, let's get straight into the video. So what you want to do is you want to head into creative and load up a map, especially this map with the checkered lines and stuff. I'll explain why later, but yeah, load yourself up a map and hop straight into it. Then what you want to do is, if you're on controller, you want to go to your controller options and go all the way down to look input curve, and if it's on linear, change it to exponential, and if it's on exponential, change it to linear. And for everybody on keyboard and mouse, what you want to do is you want to just go to mouse and keyboard settings and change the x-axis to really high and y-axis to really high, or change your y-axis really low and x-axis really low, depending on what you have. So if it's high, change it to a lower sensitivity. If it's low, change it to a higher sense. Okay, let me explain why you need to do this. Basically, each look input curve and keyboard and mouse sensitivity have their pros and cons. Obviously, linear is very smooth for building, but when you're trying to aim in long distances, your aim is really affected a lot because it's really instant sensitivity. It's not slowed like exponential, it's just instant. So it's harder to do smaller adjustments on linear as opposed to exponential. But with that said, even though you have better aim on exponential, your build will be affected and it'll be very it'll be slower than say linear, for example, because on linear it's just constant and it's really smooth. And this does directly correlate to keyboard and mouse, where if you rock a low sensitivity, you're going to have really good aim, but your builds aren't going to be as smooth as, say, if you're playing a high sensitivity. But if you're playing a high sensitivity, your aim is going to be affected. Yeah, basically that's it. And you guys need to decide what you guys want to do, what feels more comfortable, and yeah, what really suits you as a player. And yeah, personally I like to go linear because I feel like my aim is already pretty good and my building is ass, so I really want to improve my building, so that's why I just chucked on linear. And it's not only building, it's editing as well, I forgot to mention that. But yeah, alright, so once you guys have figured out your look input curve, I want you guys to just start going around, moving around. And if you have this island, obviously just try and follow the white lines around. This just helps with your movement and looking around as well at the same time. As you can see, you want to keep your camera straight, you don't want to let your character stop moving. But yeah, try and peek around the corner like this. Now after you've done that for like 2 minutes or so, then what you want to do is you want to whip out your builds and just build a wall. Then go to your settings, right? Go to your settings and change your build mode and edit mode to 1.8. 1.8 is one of the cleanest, not one of the cleanest, it's the most minimal sensitivity that I recommend for editing and building. The reason for that is because, well, is it on? Okay, yeah, the reason for that is because if you go any lower than 1.8, it's just too slow. Even if you're on linear or exponential, it's just too slow. But 1.8 is like the lowest that you can go. And yeah, so now what you want to do after you've got your thing ready, oh, I forgot to mention keyboard and mouse. Basically this has to do with your X and Y axes. sense, so we'll fix this in a few seconds, so just bear with me. So now what you want to do is you want to go around, start building walls and editing the walls like this, and just like get really used to editing walls, because walls are like one of the most important builds in the game. And do try to actually use your blueprint as well. If you use your blueprint, it's just more optimal, especially in this especially in this meta. Building with your blueprints out really does help your piece control. And yeah, so really get into the habit of whipping out your blueprint, because when you whip out your pickaxe, you're not actually using the edit mode sensitivity, you're using look sensitivity. So when you're like this, it's just look, but when you're in this, that's edit mode sensitivity. So yeah, if you just want to keep it constant all the way, I really recommend whipping out your builds. Jeez, I can't speak today. But yeah, once you've just gone around and done a couple of builds like so, what you want to do is, if it's a bit too slow for you, really what you want to do is you want to go to your sensitivity, and you want to crank it up by 1, and just keep cranking it up by 1 until you feel comfortable with your sensitivity. It's a really simple process, and it's a process that you'll be doing a lot in this tutorial. For basically everything. You just need to do this though. I'll give you guys the guidelines, and you just need to figure out what's good for you. Now this applies for people with keyboard and mouse as well. So when you're editing like this, I understand in keyboard and mouse, the X and Y axes, they can be different. You can choose it to be different, but I reckon just keep it the same, because I know a lot of people keep it the same. But I know a lot that just changes it up as well. But honestly, I don't really play keyboard and mouse, so I'm just trying to give you the best tips I can. But yeah, if it's too fast, slow it down, because that's what you'll be using for basically everything, and you really don't want to mess your X and Y sense up, because that'll just disadvantage you as a player. Alrighty, so now say you've done your build and edit mode sensitivity done. I forgot to mention, the reason why it's the same is because we want to limit the inconsistencies in our editing. I mean, I forgot to mention the reason why the build and edit sensitivities are the same is because if they're different, there will be just too many inconsistencies in your sensitivity. Because right now, if you change this, you have 3 different sensitivities. You have build, edit, and look, which is not really ideal. So if you can just keep these the same, you only have 2 sensitivities technically. So you have your look and your building and editing sensitivity, which is way easier than having to get used to 3 of them. Alrighty guys, next up, what you want to do is you want to just change your look sensitivity. So what you want to do is go to your settings and go to advanced look sensitivity, and you want to change this to 45. Now 45 is the most comfortable sensitivity to start on. It's what I started on, and it's what I increased on. But yeah, change it to 45, and if it's too fast, slow it down. Remember to crank it like down by 1%. Keep going by 1%. You want to do minor changes, because if you go too fast, you're potentially missing out on your perfect sense, and that's not ideal. So just crank it down. But yeah, 48 is perfect for me. I can hit shotgun shots so easily, and yeah, I really enjoy 48. But with that said, it's not going to be the same if you use it on exponential. You know, like on exponential, it's already pretty slow, so you might want to go something like 52, something like that. But really, it's up to you. Change it by like 1%, trust me. Alright, so after you've got your look sensitivities, make sure they're the same, because once again, we want to limit the inconsistencies, so make them the same. I know you can change your horizontal a bit faster so you can look around quicker, but honestly, I just recommend keeping them the same. It's just too advanced and too difficult to get used to. Make sure you turn the boosts off, you don't need them. Okay, now we're doing ADS sensitivity, so aim down sights. And I understand that this is targeting sensitivity for you guys on keyboard and mouse. So now what you want to do is, when you're on controller, set this to 16%. Now I have mine still on 16% because I feel like this ADS is perfect for me. But how you can like test this out is you can go to weapons, grab a weapon. I'm just gonna grab a charged shotgun, for example. Then you want to go ahead, whip it out, and you just want to try and aim on something and go for it. If you aim too late, or if you aim and you start going too far off, that means the ADS is too fast. And if you try and you aim too early and it takes you a while to lock on afterwards, then it's too slow. So yeah, this is perfect for me. Yeah, it comes down to a bit of skill as well, but 16 is perfect, guys. I recommend just doing 16, and it doesn't really matter if you're on exponential or linear. 16 is like really good sensitivity for aim down sights. But with that said, keyboard and mouse, I'm not sure the exact perfect one. I can't even give you a number because I don't even play on this, but I reckon set it to 50. I don't know how this feels for you guys, but set it to 50, and if it's too slow, crank it up, and if it's too fast, crank it down. It's a simple method to do, but it literally works for literally everything you do. And scope sensitivity, don't do 100. Actually, I don't even know, just do whatever you feel like. Crank it to 50, then go up and down. But yeah, if you want to become a sweaty as FaZe player, then yeah, obviously you want to pay attention to scope sensitivity, but then you want to turn off gamepad input, and you want to keep this on if you play on mouse and keyboard. So keep this on, and yeah, and then this mouse flight does not really matter. And yeah, other than that, that's keyboard and mouse done for this video, I guess. So thanks for watching if you're on keyboard and mouse, but we still have some controller options to look at. So go to settings and go. All right, so now you want to turn off the boosts and boost ramp time, and now we're on to look dampening time. Now this really is more for linear players rather than exponential, because on exponential you can do small adjustments easier than linear, because linear is just constant. The default is 0.2, and if you're on linear, I recommend trying 0.2 and testing out your long range aim. But I put it on 0.1 and I just got thrown off. I don't know if that's because I'm just used to playing on 0.00, but yeah, my shotgun aim was affected when I put it on 0.1. However, I recommend putting it on 0.2 if you're just changing and you're not that used to linear. But yeah, just put that, because this allows you to do like longer range shots way easier, and it makes your aim a bit better. And with the controller dead zones, you want to set this to around 10 and just crank it down to your liking. Actually, not to your liking, you want to crank it down to the lowest that you can go before you get thumbstick drift, if you know what that means, when your character starts moving and looking around without you even touching the controller. And then lastly, we have for controller, just turn this off and put everything on 1%, and then press apply after you're finished. Now you just want to go ahead and start cranking and stuff. I'm not the best cranker, I don't really have not played in a while, and oh my god, okay, I'm just gonna stop. But yeah, start cranking, editing, do a bunch of edit courses if you can. I've made a ton of videos on edit courses and piece control courses if you want to check them out. But yeah, you want to practice those and really practice your crosshair placement. That's one of the most important things I can stress to you. Like, you can be terrible at editing, but if you have your crosshair like on the perfect position, then you'll hit those edits way more. And yeah, if you want to improve your movement, I've made a video on that before, but you can also just keep going around on these white lines like this. It's actually really effective. Like, Not many people do this, but yeah. Obviously, you have 360 degree camera movement. You can see, look at this here. I don't see how far we can go. Yeah, you guys have this. We have this, and keyboard and mouse players don't. So we're pretty lucky. So take advantage of this, because it can be like this. It's really good. Anyway guys, that's gonna go ahead and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. If this video did help you out in any way possible, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and hit that notification bell to never miss when I upload a new video. And yeah, if you're still struggling with any topic, make sure to leave them down below in the comment section. And if you're struggling with this still, make sure to comment and I will respond to you guys. So please comment, okay? I do respond to every single person in the comment section, and that's not even a lie. So just comment down below. Even if you don't need help or anything, just comment, and yeah, I'll chat to you. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Go watch my other videos. I do have a playlist in this end screen. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, boys.